At this point, you have already found a cool formula for the Dow Jones, maybe one of the best in the class, or group, or whatever you are. And you've also found, and you've posted it, you've done everything. So, you might have even chatted with your instructor using the chat button. But at this point, it's time to go to a stock that you're personally interested in. So, the first step in picking out a stock you're interested in is deciding what you're interested in. So, let's say you're interested in tacos. Well, you might want to track the stock for Taco Bell, but there's a big problem with that. Okay, so one of the ways is in the stock modeler, right? You click on the stock button here, and that'll bring up the stock modeler. Now, I already did that a couple of times. In the stock model, there's this link called Yahoo Finance, and you can use that to try to find the company you want to find in this quote lookup window. So I'm going to type taco in here, looking for Taco Bell. And after the things got through loading, it will tell me all about the Del Taco restaurant, which I'm not particularly familiar with, not being a big taco eater myself, but Taco Bell doesn't show up. And that's because Taco Bell is part of a huge conglomerate. It's not a company that sells stock in and of itself. It's part of, in particular, Yum Foods, which is, I'm not going to try to hunt down either. Instead, I'm going to decide I want burgers. So I'm going to ask about McDonald's. And there I see MCD is the symbol for McDonald's. So I go back to my stock modeler, I type MCD in, and I want to go to stock modeler for MCD. And here I see, and try to find a place that my face will fit. Let's try a smaller face. Okay, somewhere there's a face for us. There. Smaller face. Okay, close enough. So we can see most of McDonald's curve. MCD is McDonald's. Now I can look at this curve and say, oh, it goes from about 90 to 93, which means I'm going to take 90 plus 0.25 times the month. That'll take me from 90, a little less than 90 in month 1 to around 90 to 93 in month 12. Is that about right? Actually, I can do yeah, that's about right. And I'm going to, but it's got a little bit of a upward, little bit of a curve that goes up and down like a negative quadratic. So, stop that, you silly laptop. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a quadratic component too. I'm going to say minus, because it's got to be a negative a, 0.2 times month minus 1 times month minus 12. Now, in month 1 and month 12, it should give me about the same number, but otherwise it's going to give me a little more. So that's just an offhand type of thing. If I click on that, I get a pretty good curve. See, it goes near a lot of the points. just like I said. And it begins and ends well. And 26 turns out to be a pretty low error. But the next thing I want to check is, does that hold up for the current price? So let's go and take a look. So I'm going, this is another tab for the stock modeler, MCD again, but this time I'm going to click See Stock Now. And it tells me stock right now, MCD is 97.44. Now, let's see what happens when I put month 16.5 into this formula. So I'm going to take this formula, get rid of that guy, that formula, and replace month with 16.5. 16.5. Just like I did with the Dow when I was trying to find it. 16.5. And let's see what it says. Thinks McDonald's is right around now. It thinks it's $80 and change. So this function is way pessimistic. Well, it's somewhat pessimistic as compared to the actual price of the Dow, 97.44. And it's down today, too. So, why don't you pick one of your favorite companies, see if you can find the stock symbol for it, and start trying to find a great formula to try and predict it, and then see how good a prediction you actually get. And that is the end of my presentation.